was a pre and there's a post 67 that you're talking about,
Speak up,
where
speak up, Daniel. I can hear you.
you have the pre 67 mindset of the pioneer, also post Holocaust mentality of we have nowhere else to go. We're kicked out of every country in the world for thousands of years, and we had enough as a Jewish people, and we have Jewish interests that we need to guarantee, not so much for ourselves as actually for our ancestors that gave everything for us. We are almost at the point where our population is the same as what it was before the Holocaust, to my understanding. But we're not quite there yet. We think about all the Jewish lives that were lost, sacrificing for us to be able to live here, not just anywhere, but to live in Israel. There's something about it that just it's non-negotiable, and I do see it manifest itself in the settlements where you have people that for them the thing that they really hold on to, that they understand about all of the chaos and misinformation, everything that they've been fed in their system, is that the land, they feel a connection to the land, and they're seeking a place that they feel they would want to rest in the land. And it's hard to explain like what it means to feel like you're home, but when it comes at the price of other people's freedoms, I understand that it's a major issue. It's very difficult to explain something which is not on a rational basis, like feeling at home and how important that is at the end of the day. I know everybody wants to feel that way. So I don't know where the solution is there, but I guess the young people are the ones that are going to have to deal with this one. They're going to have to figure out how to get along. If anything, we can see that a generation that has a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience are at the head. At some point, I guess the torch does have to get passed on. The question is, are we going to receive it as informed, knowledgeable, and thoughtful from a position of power and to make decisions that are good and true? Or are we all going to step into those roles for our own interests and only take on the burden of what was left before us because it doesn't really matter on our day-to-day lives? Maybe it affects the rest of the people, but can we actually step towards embodying the people? Can we step into these positions of power and look and see the discrepancies, find a way to get along without having to resort to warfare? These are all things which I hope we can arrive at some conclusions about from our talk today, Chuck. I couldn't have asked for a better guest to have on my podcast, especially at a time like this. And I hope that we can get you back on again in the future.
Thanks very much for having me, and absolutely look forward to it.
And by the way, just before we go, if there are any books or articles or anything you'd like to mention for the audience to check out.
Well, you mentioned my books in the beginning, but of course I can't miss an opportunity to try and sell them again. So for those who are interested in how Israel actually makes national security policy, my book is called Zion's Dilemmas: How Israel Makes National Security Policy. For those who are interested in a much broader picture of Israel's national security strategy, how it developed over the decades from the time it was first formulated by Ben-Gurion and up to this day, and what the challenges and the threats and maybe the opportunities are, and how Israel maybe should formulate its strategy or what it should be, then I would suggest my other book, Israeli National Security, A New Strategy for an Era of Change.